Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. This week I'm going to be interviewing Stephan Eriksson. Now I've known Stephan for about, what was it, a year and a half now?
Year and a half, yeah.
Yeah, I know him through ECU Futsal, and ever since I met him, well actually I've only known you basically through futsal. There's like no other kind of avenues that.
Yeah, it kind of started with futsal and stuff,
Yeah.
and then I think we kind of realized that we had a lot of common and stuff like that, and we're both very passionate guys about what we do. Get along really well, have deep conversations and stuff like that. So
Most
it's
definitely.
been good ever since.
Yeah, it's been good. Ever since I met Steph, he was just this absolute raw talent on the futsal court, and he just had all this passion, and it was kind of just like this raw talent, and he needed like this molding phase, and it's been basically a year since, just over a year, right,
Yeah.
since that last tournament.
Yeah.
And now he's dedicated his whole life around futsal. So I just want to know like why futsal and what made you kind of go in that direction.
Well, when I about 2 years ago, I was like you said, very raw, I guess, and I was struggling a little bit with finding a purpose and passion when I came to Australia. I was just like getting settled in, studying a lot, and working out and stuff. But I didn't really have a purpose with it. I was really dedicated to the gym, and I knew what kind of results and stuff I could get if I based my life around that. But in terms of being an athlete, that's like something I guess I've always wanted to do, and with outdoor not being as exciting for me here, I kind of started playing futsal with ECU, and from that it just grew and grew and grew, and I became passionate about it, which is a little bit out of nowhere, but it was yeah, it's been a good year and a half that I've been playing the sport seriously. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. So you've only been in Australia for how long?
2 years, a little bit over 2 years now. 2 years and a couple of months.
Okay, awesome. And obviously you're studying at ECU.
Yes.
So what made you jump ship from Sweden all the way to Australia?
It was a spontaneous decision. I have to say that first. It's kind of impulsive. One of my friends actually, he looked up ECU and saw that the school had a lot of sports programs and stuff like that. Obviously, it's very big in sports science. And when I looked at it, I saw that they had sports management, which I wanted to do in Sweden as well. And it's such a random story how it happened, because I applied for a sports management degree in Sweden, and I got into that, but I missed the calling. So you have to go there and basically be, what do you call it? When they call up the names and stuff, and I missed that, and then you don't get accepted to do the course. So you have to come there to the first day, and I didn't do that. And when that didn't happen, I applied for ECU through, like I said, a friend of mine. He looked up the school, and I came here with him first. And then I asked for another, no. So he and I was gonna go, and then I asked another good friend of mine, my best friend Daniel, to come with me as well. And both of us kind of like bored with Sweden and didn't really know what to do anymore there. So we kind of need a new challenge, a new chapter in our life. So that's kind of how it happened.
Awesome, that sounds good. Big story, that one.
Big story.
Yeah, so, alright, if you guys want to follow Steph on Snapchat, this is his Snapchat right here. And this guy is all about morning meditation, yoga. Just explain to the guys, what's your morning routine?
My morning routine consists of waking up early, if I can, as early as I possibly can, around 6 a.m., doing my yoga in the park, preferably with the sun hitting me, because I believe that natural energy persists throughout the day, and it gives me enhanced focus and sustained energy throughout the day, and then I follow that up with some meditation. Yes.
Awesome, man. And what makes you want to do this morning routine?
It's just ever since I started doing that, I feel my body is a lot more flexible and loose, and like I said, I have that enhanced focus and energy throughout the day. I'm a happier person in general, and there are a lot of scientific facts now coming out about the benefits of yoga and meditation and stuff like that, and I believe that in a few years, basically everyone will do it because it's becoming so widely acceptable, and people are just doing that, and I believe that it's it's part of my passion and purpose to share that with people, and to realize that it's really good for you. Take care of your health.
Yeah. And in regards to your health, you obviously take your nutrition quite seriously, right?
Yeah.
So
Absolutely, yes.
explain to me like what you try and like the foods that you avoid and what you actually eat in your everyday.
So I don't believe that, or actually I do. I avoid dairy products and a lot of gluten and some, highly sugarish like candies and soda, um, everything that's, or a lot of things that are like commercially now been, um, it's the public considers it like bad now to, a lot of scientific researchers show that dairy products can be bad for you, gluten products and high sugar foods are bad for you. So that's kind of what I try to avoid. And I eat a lot of, vegetables. Try to keep it organic for as much as I can. And
This guy. Okay, you understand the joke, but every Snapchat, every time he sees organic food, he's just Snapchatting it and saying, "Fuck, it's organic, it's vegan." All these hashtags. This guy. I know all the emojis that you'll see on your Snapchat. Just blows my mind.
yes,
Yeah, that's
it's
him.
hilarious.
That's him.
Anyhow, I eat a lot of vegetables. I like to look at food as energy rather than just putting stuff into my body.
And taste, just for taste.
Just for taste, exactly. Yeah. So what's good for you? If you eat it, you can also realize how your body responds to it and stuff like that. So once you've been doing it for a while and you realize what foods act well with you, then you should keep eating that. That's a good way to look at it, I think.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Man, do you want a drink?
Yes, I actually do.
Yeah. Pour that. Okay, so obviously you've dedicated your whole life around futsal, nutrition, keeping your body right, your mind right as well, all that sort of stuff. What do you actually do on your off time?
I try to spend time with the people that I kind of like think make me better and are positive, have or like-minded, and I enjoy spending time with. I don't really I try to not surround myself because that's all part of health as well. You have to take a break from the time you have where you're actually focusing on your goals and stuff like that. But realizing that the off time that you have actually drives in that direction as well.
That's true.
It's very important. People, it's not even a balance thing. That's just life. You need to realize that. We weren't made to be alone or to not have relationships, have friends. So that's very important to me, and I think that I hopefully do a good time of. A good way. I have a good way of communicating and helping my friends out as well. What I do.
Definitely. Is there any guilty pleasures that you have?
Probably food sometimes.
Food?
Yeah, I really do like. If I go out with friends and stuff, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm on a diet or anything like that. I'll eat food with my friends if we go out to a restaurant and stuff like that. And I enjoy myself in that way, I guess, yeah.
That's good. And what is your number one food that you kind of try and stay away from but you absolutely love?
Oh, this is a good one. I love banana bread. I do love a good banana bread.
Out of all foods, banana bread.
Banana bread.
That's still healthy. So this guy is... bro, banana bread is healthy, man. Unless it's full of heaps of sugar and stuff.
Nah. Yeah,
still
make it organic.
Okay. Unbelievable. But it's good, man. Obviously, even your off foods is still healthy. For other people, they crave French fries and just donuts or whatever.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was banana bread. That's still pretty healthy.
No, I find that I really don't crave that. Unless sometimes I go with my friends and we go for a food run and you can feel that smell and stuff.
Feel that.
It's just fried foods and stuff. But it kind of throws me off now. Yeah. Whereas in the beginning when I used to try to get off that, it was more of a craving feeling. But when you've not done it for a long time, it's actually not a problem. I think that's the case for most people if they have gone through a transition like that.
Yeah, most definitely. Okay, so right now you've basically dedicated your whole life around futsal, like I said before.
Yeah.
What is the driving factor behind that? Why futsal?
Oh, that's a good question. I feel like it's hard to explain that. It's just like I'm very passionate about it. I enjoy doing it so much, and especially with the team we have in karaoke, it's so I kind of see it as having two separate goals. One of them is my playing stuff. I want to get as far as I can playing, and one of them is to bring up other people and to kind of have a purpose with that, because nothing feels as good when it comes from an egotistical standpoint. So if I get, let's take this for an example, uni games, I won green and gold, but I didn't feel any satisfaction from doing that. It would have felt much better to win as a team than just winning something that's individual. So even though I want to go as far as I can in my playing career, I believe doing that can help a lot of other people. Like show them that if you actually put effort and revolve your life around something and have passion about it, and you are very driven and educate yourself in other areas outside of sports, like my health, then I can actually get further in life, from doing that.
So basically, if you want to get ahead, you have to give more than actually just concentrate on yourself and your own journey.
Exactly.
It's more about trying to help other people as well.
Exactly.
In the process.
That's a good way of looking at it.
Perfect, man. Perfect.
Yeah.
So what is your big goal in futsal? Your personal goal?
Like playing wise, or
yeah.
Right now I want to get into the Swedish national team. That's like where I can see myself playing in about a year or 2 years time.
And what is the path towards that? What do you think you need to do to achieve that goal?
Stay consistent with what I'm doing. Be proud but never satisfied. Always stay hungry and trying to learn about everything that you can learn about, because what I've noticed as well now is the more I know, the less I know about everything as well. So it's like a never-ending cycle. It's just an ecosystem that just keeps going around and around and around, and it's funny, and it's actually that I think that's what drives me as well. That it's so never-ending, and I think you need to have that that mentality of like being an apprentice, having a beginner's mind.
100%.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay, so let's say, for example, you do achieve this goal of playing in the Swedish national team. What's after that?
After that, hopefully I can play professionally. I can get to that level one day. But I also want to be involved in the sport somehow. So I can see myself very low, like down the line, being someone who's promoted sport and provide a pathway for other people. So obviously having a club, we do that in a really good way. Show that it's not just soccer that is the biggest like football version of football that you can play. Futsal can actually get to that level, and I think we're seeing that nowadays as well with Premier Futsal India, obviously PFL starting up in the US and stuff like that. A lot of countries are buying into the concept.
Definitely. Okay, so ever since I've known you, we've had like deep conversations and stuff, right? So what I feel like there's this underlying message, and how can you say it? It's like a driving message of why you're actually playing futsal, and like this is everything's happening for a reason,
Yeah.
Like so, why obviously what Rico is one of your main mentors, right? Like he's one of the guys you look up to currently.
Yeah, yeah.
And he says it's bigger than futsal.
Yeah.
And obviously you see that as well, right?
Yeah.
So can you elaborate on that sort of that view?
I think I have a little bit already. And I think it goes back to, just saying that it comes to, involving other people in the journey and actually illustrating that it's not just about yourself. And I think he's one of the guys who's really good at that. Like if you see how someone like him utilizes social media, it's about health, it's about educating people about stuff that are bigger than just a sport. But you can also see how everything is integrated into the sport. If you do all of these things, you can actually get to the level he's got to. And I think that's a message that translates to outside of just sports as well, to real life. How you can do these things and it can help you in business, it can help you with your family life, relationships, and all those things. So I think that's what he means, and what I see as well. Like it's way bigger than futsal, but futsal is actually a pathway for everything as well in some ways.
Yeah. I see it as well, yeah, most
Yeah.
definitely. Like, especially for me as a filmmaker and a photographer,
Yeah.
a lot of people hit me up asking questions, and I love providing feedback on their work or giving advice. And the more people do that, the more I work harder at my craft, and it inspires other people, and in turn I get inspired from that. So that kind of just drives me, and it's just like a never-ending cycle, like you said before,
And it's also like something that you do a lot as well. Like you actually showing that you're taking care of your health now, and you promote that a lot as well.
Yeah.
And everybody can see how good he's doing. So hey, does it pay off?
That's true. Okay, I love asking this question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
Oh,
this is always a hard trick.
Big one. Hopefully, I can stay in Australia. Somehow get a permanent residence here. Work with futsal. Play at the highest level that I can possibly play at. Or have done that.
Where do you think that is in 5 years' time?
That's so hard to tell because the sport's growing.
It's growing.
And it's like you hear about the US, you hear about Premier Futsal in India and stuff like that. Like, where is this sport going to be in 5 years? Everything is a little bit uncertain, but from what I've seen in the time that I've been involved, it's very exciting and something that I'd like to be a part of. That's what I know. And I really don't like to analyze my life in that way, where I see myself. Yes, I have a vision. Yes, I have dreams. I have goals. But if I don't live in the moment, I don't believe that those are going to happen.
That's
so
true.
Make most of the present to achieve your vision.
100%. Exactly how I live my day as well. Every day, you just have to kill it, no matter what, right?
Yeah.
And then eventually, later down the track, you'll just somehow, if you wish for it, wish the universe for it, you're going to achieve it, no matter what. So all you have to do is just take every day as it is and just work hard.
Yeah.
Non-stop.
And that's actually how I felt sometimes as well, personally, when, I reflect on what's happened to me in the last 2 years and what I've been through and stuff, and then how I just came to where I'm at now. And it's funny when you do that, actually. You reflect and you feel like, oh, things actually do happen for a reason, And yeah, so.
That's awesome, man. And obviously, right now you've achieved playing in the US in the tournament. You've achieved winning Australian National Championships in futsal with Cumbro. What's your next big goal?
So, like I said, going into the Swedish national team, I think that's a stepping stone I really want to take, represent my country, and play at that level as well. With different players and just go as far as I can in the sport. It really,
Awesome, man. Okay, and if you could give advice to anyone that's trying to go down this path, what would it be?
Take care of your health, stay consistent, and something else. Have a vision.
Perfect. Sweet, man.
That's
awesome.
it, bro.
Thank you so much.
You know it.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for watching, guys.